Hello everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Renewed MEP Hangers, Enhanced Functionality and Revit Library Upgrade. Today, I'm your host. My name is Dovydas Stanaitis, and I'm a BIM application engineer here at Agacad. I am 27 years old, and I joined Agacad last year. Prior to that, I worked as an MEP engineer for 5 years for design and construction companies. I've been designing mechanical, plumbing, and gas supply systems for administrative, residential buildings, and sports arenas. As I have practical experience in the design field, I know the problems and struggles that MEP designers face in everyday tasks, and I use that in development for our software. In Agacad, I work on MEP hangers, cut opening, and smart browser add-ons for Revit. If you have any questions about any of these tools, feel free to reach me by email. As a company, Agacad creates applications for Autodesk Revit based on the needs of the world's leading BIM practitioners. Our goal is to help Revit users eliminate tasks that do not create value and let them focus on what is actually important. We are authorized Autodesk developers. Our first Revit add-on was created in 2008. Today, we have a wide range of BIM solutions for Revit. We cover precast concrete, wood and metal framing, and MEP design fields. In this presentation, I will talk about our MEP hangers tool, which makes it easy to place hangers and supports in Revit. In the next 20 minutes, I will be covering the new library of Revit families of hangers and supports. I will highlight the features that these families bring to. You will see how our software places hangers on different MEP services and connects to different structures, walls, floors, roofs, or other hangers. Lastly, you will learn how to create custom parts for hangers and modify hanger families. And we can jump into the live demo now. To start, I will drag my toolbar into the view here. And one last thing, I'm working on metric units, but we also have both metric and Imperial families. If you're working with Imperial, that's fine as well. And I'm in Autodesk's Golden Nugget project, which comes as a sample project. Okay, so let's go into the floor plan. And here in the underground garage, I have some ducts by the wall that make up the exhaust system for car fumes. And in this 3D view, I have hidden the floor above to better see what's inside. I can select some of these ducts and place cantilever supports that connect to the wall. I have a configuration ready for that. Couple of seconds and hangers inserted. As you can see, it works well on sloped ducts as well. After the insertion, I can nudge these to either direction. I can also flip cantilever side. Many of our new families comes with an offset parameter, which allows to create multi-level structures. I can select these supports and extend and offset them. So currently this duct is unsupported, but I can use another configuration. We call that a virtual intersections configuration. It no longer places hangers at set spacing, but it looks for intersections with other elements. In this case, it's unistruts for cantilevers. And as you can see, I have created a small multi-level structure. For rectangular ducts, we also have Z-shaped brackets and L-shaped brackets. Unistrut frame is also available. Allow me to demonstrate. Again, couple of seconds. And this is now inserted too. For round ducts, we have a 2-screw clamp on a cantilever. It comes as a single Revit family. And I can flip cantilever side on this one as well. I can even rotate the cantilever too. I can do that on a regular cantilever as well. Okay, now back to this one. So rod lengths are also modifiable. I can say I want 20 millimeters on this one and maybe 200 on this one. So all this allows me to have flexibility in my hanger layout. Now let's go into the plant room here. Actually, let's go into a 3D view. I have the floor hidden in this view as well. And by the wall here, I have some cooling equipment. I can select both horizontal and vertical pipes by the wall and insert hangers on them in one go. So configuration, insert, couple of seconds, finished. For pipes by the floor, I can use same hangers but different configuration. And what I wanted to show by this is that same hanger families can be inserted onto different structures or surfaces. Also, hanger families have different types for different rod sizes. This particular one has a few more types for either a full ring or a half ring clamp. So simply by changing the type, I can change the clamp and the rod diameter. And also notice that other elements such as anchors or nuts are also updating in size accordingly. Okay, now for the rest of the pipe run, I will use a swivel loop hanger. I have another configuration ready. Here you go. And for these two pipes, I would like to have them supported as well. But as you can see, this duct above covers the floor. So I need to look for other options. There are already some hangers inserted below this duct, so I can use one of them to connect to. But first I will go into the floor plan and move this hanger towards my pipes. Maybe a bit more. Okay, now back into the 3D view. I can now extend this to the right side by 200 millimeters. Also, I need to offset this unistrut so that there's enough room above it to place washers and hexagon nuts. So I can select the whole hanger and use the unistrut offset from MEP parameter. Let's set it to 50 millimeters. And now I can select my pipes and insert hangers. I'm using another virtual intersections configuration. And hangers are now inserted, as you can see. There's another way to go about creating such structure. On the right side here, I have 4 horizontal pipes, and to connect them, I can insert one or a few unistrut hangers above these pipes and use it for other hangers to attach to. So I will select a pipe, insert unistrut above, we'll select these families, extend them to the right side by 0.5 meter, and I will also modify the default offset value to 50. As you can see, all 4 pipes are now either above or below these 2 unistruts. I can now select all 4 pipes and use the same configuration that I used before, so Unistrut Cantilever 1. And all pipes are now supported. One of the features of our new hanger families is the customizability. You can easily create custom parts or new sizes. I will now show you how to create new sizes for Unistruts. So first, let's go into the project browser and look for Unistrut channel family. Duplicate a type. Let's say I want 30 by 60 millimeters. Let's go into the type properties and change the Unistrut height value to 60. And I will also update the text parameter. Okay. Now select hanger family, add the type, duplicate 30 by 60. Now I need to change the Unistrut type parameter to my new Unistrut, and I will update this parameter as well for Unistrut height and for rod's bottom extension. Okay, and as you can see, new size is now created. For this hanger, I can simply change it to this size as well. So next step, as you can see, would be to update these hangers, these other hangers. It's very easy to do. Simply select the pipes and update elements. And as you can now see by the position of nuts and washers, that this is now updated and it looks all right. For the first pipe, I need to use a multi-rule manager because this pipe has 2 configurations of hangers inserted, and I will update the second configuration. Okay. MEP hangers can work with user-created families too, but in this presentation, I will show you how to modify one of the existing ones. So let's go back into the cooling view here. I will delete these hangers. I will delete these hangers because these pipes are very close to the floor below, and you might want to place your hangers onto the floor as well. And with MEP hangers, you can do that. So I'm selecting all the pipes and using floor bottom configuration. And that is now done. But in these situations, you might want to use a different hanger. I have an example here. Many times people use these base plates. So next step now is I will modify my hanger family, which currently has a brass anchor at the end. I will modify it to have that base plate. I will hide the surface and have a very simple base plate already prepared. As you can see, it's a phase-based family and it has 2 simple extrusions. I'm loading this one into my main hanger family. So the best thing about this approach is that I don't need to manually place the base plate or align it or constrain it to reference planes. All that will be inherited from the anchor. All I need to do is go into the family types dialog and change the anchor type value to my base plate. I will also change the anchor length parameter value to 0 because this parameter determines how deep the rod goes into the floor or into any other surface. Now repeat for the other type, base plate and anchor length. Okay, okay, and you might need to flip the work plane as well. I can now save this one and load this back into my project. Next step is to modify my configuration so that it would place my new family. So simply selecting a type that I want, maybe 8mm or 10mm rod. I'm going with 10, save, close, delete all those hangers, and reinsert using the same configuration, but this time that configuration has a different hanger, different family. As you can see, all base plates are sitting right at the top of the floor, so I know that my family is working as it should. And it will work on sloped pipes as well. In this view, I have some drainage pipes that are coming from the air handling unit. I can select both pipes. Well, first I will select one. You can see that it has a 2% slope. Now selecting both and using the same configuration. And as you can see by the rod lengths, which are decreasing in size as we go down the pipe, you can see that this family is also working as it should. Now let's go into another example. I will hide this section box first. So I have an air handling unit and an intake and exhaust duct, and I want them supported as well. Because one is above the other, I will need to use a multi-level structure. First, insert a Unistrut frame. You will notice that it's above both ducts. You can insert it below as well. But in this example, this will work as well because I'm using it to attach it. I can use it for other hangers to attach to. Now I would place hangers onto the bottom duct, but let's go and take a look here. You can see that I have an L bracket right here in the corner that supports this Unistrut frame, and if I place the hangers now, my rods would hit this bracket. So to avoid this, I will select all frames. Select all frames. And I will extend them to both sides by 100 millimeters. Okay. Now I can use a virtual intersections configuration on my bottom hanger, bottom duct. It's the same configuration that I used at the beginning of the presentation on the duct in the garage. So bottom duct is now supported, and to finish a structure, I will use a multi-level additional Unistrut channel. As you can see by the preview picture, it doesn't have any rods, and it connects to my other hanger. Also in this view, I have some pipes that are placed above this Unistrut hanger or a cantilever. And to me, it doesn't look like a very sturdy connection. You might want to place some Unistrut clamps. And we have them in our library of hangers as well. So I will select all pipes first, insert, clamp to Unistrut cantilever. It looks like this, insert. And as you can see, all this is now inserted. Now to me, this looks like a much more solid connection. There is one more feature that I want to show you today. If I select, you can see that I can select these individual elements of hanger. That's because all these components are created as shared nested families, and because of that I can create very detailed hanger schedules. Let's go into one now. This is a schedule of every hanger in a project. As you can see, hangers have shared parameters for clamp diameter, rod lengths, either combined or individual, first, second, also unistrut length, cantilever length, total length, and I can use all this information in a few ways. So one example is if you need to make a specification for hanger fabrication with these families, you can easily do that. In this schedule, I have filtered out double rod split ring hanger. And you can see every hanger in a project, quantity for every size, and specifications for every size too. So you can look into one. You can see that I need 2 hangers that has 315 millimeter diameter clamp, and both rods are 45 centimeters long. Of course, schedules can be used for material takeoff. Let's look at some examples. In this schedule, I can see all my unistruts. You can see my 30 by 61 that I created, and I can see total lengths for every size. Cantilevers are here as well. I can also schedule hanger parts. This is clamps for every pipe, duct, or a conduit, and we have filtered, some L brackets and Z brackets for ducts are also here, and all of them are filtered by size, and I can see quantity for every size. Smaller items such as hexagon nuts, bolts, washers, etc. can be found under miscellaneous items. And my rods are here as well. I can see total lengths for every size. And my base plate is here too. If you don't want to bother recreating these schedules, you can copy them from our sample project that you can find in MEP Hanger's eHelp page. To go to our eHelp page, just go to settings and eHelp right here. So actually that was it for the live part of the demonstration. Some takeaways from today's webinar. New Revit families allows for hangers to be extended to either side, placed with an offset or placed either above or below MEP services. Positioning and appearance can be controlled too. Custom size parts can be used and other hangers will adapt to any size. Custom hangers can also be created and will work with our software. New families also provide accurate bills of materials. As for the software, hangers and supports can connect to different structures. Hangers can be inserted by spacing rules or at virtual intersections with other elements. Usually that's columns or framing or other hangers. This allows you to create almost any multi-level hanger structure. To make all this possible, go to agacad.com and get a 14-day free trial for MEP hangers. Or you can contact us at info@agacad.com for a quote or to schedule a live demonstration. For questions related to MEP hangers, you can reach me at dovidas@agacad.com or at helpdesk@agacad.com. Thank you all for attending. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in future webinars. Have a good day.
Agacad, building BIM together.